Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I'm currently sitting outside where there's a lovely low country thunderstorm going on, so just to provide a little bit of soothing sounds to go along with this beautiful pour, I decided to stay outside and let you guys hear how beautiful it is. For this pour, I'm doing a new technique that I've never done before. It's very interesting. The results turned out amazing, and I can't wait to show you how I've done this. To start, I'm going to cover my canvas in some black paint. Now I've diluted this with a little bit of pouring medium to make it nice and runny. For future pieces that I do of this nature, I'm going to put a lot more base down. I've felt like if I had just a little bit runnier base, that I would have had a even better turnout than what I got this time around. So if you're following along with this, go ahead and put a little bit more down than I did. Trying to get that as evenly as I can across the entire canvas. All right, 16 years later, we're done with that. Now I have a cup already prepared with some colors. What I did is I have black in one cup, and then I have layered purple on the bottom, then red, then orange, then yellow. Each color is mixed with 1 part paint, 1 part DecoArt pouring medium. And I'm just traveling down the middle of the painting, going from one corner to the other corner, and letting those paint colors kiss as they go along. Now what the kissing of the colors is going to do is provide you those beautiful little jagged edges, especially considering that we're using black here. If we were doing another color, like another cup of mixed colors, we would get a traveling ring pour. This is technically concerned or considered a traveling ring pour, but a traveling ring kiss pour. But in this instance, I'm just using the base color as my other color. So I'm continuing that, and once I'm done, I'm going to let it sit for just a second. You can see it's already very beautiful as is, but I want to pick it up and move it just a little. Don't move it too much. You don't want to lose that shape. You want to keep that shape as much as possible. Now I'm only stretching it out just a little. Then I'm going to move it back. And then I'm going to set it down because that's it. I'm done. I am not moving it anymore. Now I'll take my palette knife and I'm going to draw a line right down the middle for that feather vein. I'm not sure what that's called. If you know what that is called that runs right down the middle, then just go ahead and leave a comment in the video down below. I'd love to know. I'm definitely not an expert on feathers, but I'm always down to learn something new. So now you can see that my feather's starting to kind of look like a feather. Now I'm going to go and start pulling some of that black down into the edges of the feather to kind of give a little bit of shape and definition to the edges. Now this is very important if you want your feather to look like a feather. No, I do not have an extra right hand. I had a friend with me. They were very, very kindly pointing out that I was missing some stuff over there, so I gave them the duty of mixing up some fresh black paint for me so that way I can have some base. Now I'm going to continue working on my feathers here, my little lines coming out to dictate those little loose, delicate little tendrils that come out the side of a feather. Very, very pleased with the colors, how this turned out. I actually have been admiring a lot of one of my Instagram followers, Steel Art Studios. She has the most beautiful color palettes, and she always uses the most vibrant colors. And I tend to be a little bit more of a muted neutral girl. So I decided, let's try some of these bright, vibrant colors. And I have to say, like, she's onto something. So I'm very, very excited to start incorporating a little bit more bright and vibrant colors into my palette. Ooh, that lightning was very close. That was actually pretty terrifying. That's okay. If you hear a thud, I probably got hit by lightning, but that's okay. I have my dogs here with me. I'm fairly confident that they know basic CPR. You gotta love a good low country storm right at the end of the day. Just got off work and it started raining. How beautiful is that? So I'm just defining just a little bit more detail on the feather, cleaning up some pieces that I don't think need to be there, extending some pieces that I think need extending. This part is all up to your personal preference. Whatever you feel that design needs to do, go ahead and do it. You can't mess this up. If you hear a little bit of music, it's because my neighbor is on his balcony or on his front porch, and he's blasting some ska music, which is really quite pleasant. It adds to the ambiance. He's having a good time, smoking a cigarette, living his best life. Can't blame him for wanting to sit outside and enjoy this beautiful weather, especially with some music that you enjoy. It's definitely a great way to end a Monday. Alright, so I've got the feather shaped to my liking, and that is about it for the work that I'm going to do. I'm just cleaning up some edges on the base right now, making sure I have nice coverage on my canvas. No bits of canvas are poking through, and I'm using that cup of black base that my friend so carefully and kindly put together for me. And getting that little spot he pointed out earlier. Really enjoyed doing this painting. It was very relaxing. I have a commission piece that I have to do in the next week or so, and I'm considering doing it in this style. If you think that would be a good idea, go ahead and comment below and let me know what colors you think I should do them. Personally, I'm leaning toward some green. I think some green feathers would look nice. Maybe have a little macaw parrot vibe going on. We'll see what happens. Now the rest of this is just me fussing around with that black base paint that I wish I would have had a little bit more decent coverage on. But for a first run, I think this is really nice. Now I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to try to move it around maybe here in a second. No, I'm just getting my edges. Oh yes, I do. I do pick it up. Now I don't advise doing this because your shape is going to move, and that's going to be the only thing that moves on the canvas. That black base is not going to go anywhere. So don't do like I did. Make sure you have a nice solid base before you begin work. Learn from my mistakes and create something beautiful. Now I'm just taking my palette knife and adding a little bit more detail to the left side of the feather. I felt like it needed a little bit more something on that side. I felt like it was very, very smooth on that side, and it didn't particularly sit well with me. Now with this particular feather, I like to think that this was just something where I was going out on a walk, and maybe I live in a magical land where things like this exist. Certainly not this land. But maybe I'm going for a walk and I find a beautiful phoenix feather laying on the ground that's as big as my forearm, maybe larger, maybe an entire arm's length worth of feather. And I'm just so thrilled because it's such a rare find to find such a beautiful phoenix feather fully intact and such beautiful colors. So I like to think that is what that kind of embodies, that whole feeling. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this and you create something beautiful, make sure to comment below or tag me on Instagram at Poorly Done Art. Thank you. Bye.